A lot of people might be upset with this, but it's being reported that Tom Holland's Spider-Man will be making an appearance in Avengers Doomsday, but only on one condition. And that one condition is really going to shock you. And either way, me and you know what we got to do. We got to talk about it. And this news comes to us exclusively from reliable industry insider Daniel RPK, who is reporting that Marvel Studios desperately wants Tom Holland's Spider-Man to appear in Avengers Doomsday. Haha! But there's just one problem: Sony. As Marvel Studios is actively working to get a deal done with Sony to include him in Doomsday. And to that, all I gotta say, Sony, y'all don't like making money? But in all seriousness, I'm like 50-50 on his inclusion in Avengers Doomsday, and I have some thoughts. But first, we gotta pick up with a flashback to when we found out that Spider-Man 4, now named Spider-Man Brand New Day, was set to release between Doomsday and Secret Wars. Because just a couple months ago, we got a report that Spider-Man would not appear in Avengers Doomsday due to the fact that the events of Spider-Man Brand New Day would take place concurrently with the events of Doomsday. And I'm not gonna hold you, I was one of the people that was actually happy that he wasn't gonna be in Doomsday. And I know, but hold on, let me explain. Because I'm not against him appearing in the movie. I just thought this signified that man, Spider-Man Brand New Day, was going to be more boots on the ground, really focused on Peter Parker's character and the emotion that comes with that. And thanks to all the news we've been getting about Spider-Man Brand New Day, it looks like that is definitely still the case. Shout out to Destin Daniel Cretton, the new director. But I definitely see why people were upset with Spider-Man not appearing in Doomsday, due to his connection with Tony Stark. Because why would you bring back Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom if you weren't going to do more with this relationship? This was a mentor, a father figure, an uncle figure that Peter idolized. And when we found out that Robert Downey Jr. was going to be playing Victor Von Doom, one of the first things I thought about was, man, I wonder what Peter Parker's going to think about Victor Von Doom looking like his biggest idol. And then I started thinking about it even more deeply, and I was like, hold on, wait a minute. They might be replacing the Reed and Doom conflict from Jonathan Hickman's Secret Wars and replacing that with Tom Holland's Spider-Man in RDJ's Doom. I mean, it's the MCU, so, you know, they're going to try something new and different. You know, me personally, I like my Victor Von Doom to be Reed Richards' biggest hater, but it's the MCU. They just try different shit. They're really like LeBron. They just out there trying shit. And then taking it back to another report from Daniel RPK from September of 2024, he said that Tom Holland's Spider-Man would have a large and massive role in Doomsday, which was said to be much larger than his roles in Infinity War and Endgame. It all started to add up that they wanted to have Spider-Man be the face of the MCU, at least for these Avengers movies, because they know where the money's at. But after the events of Spider-Man No Way Home and all the multiversal shenanigans of that, they left Peter Parker in the perfect position to pick up the pieces as a true Spider-Man. And my immediate thought was, man, we're really going to undo everything we just did in No Way Home to dive him back into the multiverse? No, give him his own movie by himself first, at least. And we can always save this conflict for Secret Wars itself. So we really went from no Spider-Man in Avengers Doomsday to him having some type of role. And Marvel Studios desperately wants him in it. And of course they would. It's Spider-Man. That's their biggest moneymaker. This man has made, two of his movies have made $1 million. What other character, not even Marvel, DC, has that type of motion? Only the X-Men come close with Deadpool, Wolverine, and the Avengers movies. Hey, man, tangent, but Spider-Man, that's why he's the GOAT, man. And then you know what else is coming in Secret Wars? He's gonna get that symbiote suit, baby. He's gonna rub some dirt in your eye. But given the fact that Spider-Man Brand New Day does take place between Doomsday and Secret Wars, even if the events of Spider-Man Brand New Day happened at the same time as Doomsday, I always felt like there was going to be some type of post-credit scene that connects into Secret Wars. But it's looking like Marvel Studios wants him bad in a major role. I'm hoping and praying it's a smaller role, to be honest with you. Because yeah, I want to ask the question, can the Spider-Man come out to play? But either way, this is good news all the way around. If Spider-Man is my GOAT, I'm one of the biggest Spider-Man meat collectors, and I cannot wait for Spider-Man Brand New Day and Avengers Doomsday. But let me know what you think about this news down in the comments below. And as always, like and follow for more.